joining us. Good morning, Kunal. Good morning to you as well, Rajesh. Thank you so much for joining us on Buy Now, Sell Now. But let's get going with our queries. We have actually delayed the query segment a bit because we had to address top corporate managements as well. But let's get going with the query segment right now. And the first query that I have is from Venu from Andhra Pradesh. He's purchased Escorts and he's saying his buy price is around 240 rupees per share, around 2,000 shares is what he's holding, Kunal. He wants to know whether he should hold or exit. I'm unclear when was the time frame when he had actually purchased these this particular shares of Escorts at 240. Made heavy profit maybe. What should he do with his stock right now?
I think my sense is, of course, it's been a multi-year purchase in terms of Escorts, but I think at current levels it would probably make sense to diversify and look out for other opportunities in the auto space. I think something like Bajaj Auto, even Ashok Leyland as well as Tata Motors, they look very attractive bets. So what I would recommend is maybe book 50% of your profits and look out for investing into these three names specifically, where you can diversify equally amongst these three stocks, the balance 50%.
Okay, Rajesh, I'm going to come to you. We have Muthu Palani who wants to know your view on HCL Tech. Should they accumulate at these levels, or should they wait for the results to come out?
Morning, Cheryl. HCL Tech, no doubt, is a good company. They have shown good results in the past quarters. But the way things have been panning out for Infosys and TCS and even Mindtree after the results, I think it would be prudent to wait till the results are out, and if there is some amount of correction, then one can accumulate with a longer term time horizon. By longer term, I mean at least 2-3 quarters time. But yes, it's a good company for investment.
Rajesh, this one is from Murugan from Qatar, and he wants to ask a query about Genus Power. Do you track this one for the longer term? He wants to know what's the prospect of this particular company. He's saying that he's purchased about 10,000 shares at a price of 80 rupees per share. He's asking whether is there any scope of it to reach around 150, since you will not be able to talk on the pricing. But over the longer term, how does Genus Power look to you in case you track this one?
The Rajasthan-based power ancillary company, I would say. They are into smart meters and all, and with the kind of focus of the government on smart metering, especially in Rajasthan, I think the prospects are very good. The company balance sheet was good due to some problems in the recent past. It was not performing, but now the numbers have been quite good in the past 2-3 quarters, and we believe that the performance will be good. We have a target of 140 in the next 1 quarter or so. So at that point of time, one can book partial profit and stay put with the rest of the quantity for further upsides if the results support that.
Coming to you, Mr. Bhandari wants to know your view on HDFC Bank. Average price of theirs is around 1,499 rupees. Should they average at this price further currently, or what is the what would your view be on HDFC Bank?
Is that for me, Vinny?
Yeah, Kunal, that's for you.
Okay. So, see, price-wise, I believe HDFC and HDFC Bank both, they have entered into deep oversold territories. Now, when I look at the hourly charts and when I look at the RSIs, RSI of 6 and 7 on HDFC Limited as well as HDFC Bank, these are very, very oversold. Those are like unsustainable territories for stock prices, and the probability is very high that these stocks get into a bounce. But we are also going through a phase. There's a lot of FII selling pressure into these stocks. So I think it could be a matter of maybe a few days where these stocks may remain under some sort of selling pressure. But purely in terms of levels or prices, I believe it's an attractive level to try and enter the stock at current levels. So if you're a high risk investor, you're ready to take some risks, then I believe you should look to enter these stocks at least in tranches. 50% of your expected quantity is where you should buy at current levels. And in case if the stock dips further, say by another 5%, you should buy the additional 50% of your balance quantity.
And so that's a long-term investor has given a choice of 3 companies and saying out of these 3, tell me which 2 can I invest for the longer term. One is NTPC, Indigo, or Mahindra Holidays. What's your take, Rajesh? Which one of these 3 companies do you think one should invest in?
Yeah, as far as aviation is concerned, I think it's a lot of problems are there, increasing crude price, passenger load factors, and all those things. And the numbers never tend to be support the kind of valuation. Yes, airline stocks are good for traveling, but I believe for long-term investment, one should stay away from that. And that leaves you with the two other stocks, the NTPC and Mahindra Holidays. So I would say for trading, Indigo is better, but for investment, these two can be considered.
Okay, Kunal, we have a couple of queries coming in for Tata Power. Now, one is from Harish and the other one is from Raghu. Both of them actually want to know in terms of Tata Power as a long-term investor, should they be entering at current levels? What could they be expecting there?
It's a good stock to hold on from a long-term play, but I think entering at current levels may actually not be a good exercise for Tata Power, because I believe that the stock is now getting to a corrective phase. So I think if you're looking to enter the stock, I would suggest that probably 220 or slightly below than that could be a better level to enter the stock.
Also is for you, Kunal. This one is from Alma D'Souza and wants to know about Walchand Nagar Industries. Do you track this one? Not sure of that. Saying that bought the shares at around 62 rupees per share, but wants to know how much more upside is there for this particular counter, currently trading around 70 odd rupees. So what sort of target or stop loss should Alma keep for Walchand Nagar Industries in case you track this one?
See, I think the stock has given a breakout about 62, 63 levels from the purchase price. So my sense is that the viewer would probably have been looking at more of a momentum play over here. The stock is taking a bit of a pause after touching the 75 mark, I think yesterday or day before. Maybe a couple of days of more pause for the stock price, but I believe that the 75 level should be breached for the stock over the near term. So if the market gets into a recovery phase, I believe stocks like Walchand Nagar may also come back and test the levels of 75 plus. So purely from a momentum short-term play, I would suggest 75-77 could be a target range for the stock.
Rajesh, we have a query on MRF. Shanmuga Sundaram is actually asking that, how is it looking like in terms of MRF, in terms of the stock? Has it bottomed? And, could they start accumulating actually at these levels for a longer term?
See, for long-term investment, yes, it's a good stock. And when you are talking of long-term, there's no point looking at levels, because with a stock of in the range of 70,000 odd rupees a piece, 1,000, 1,500 correction could happen any point of time. So if you're a long-term investor, you can start accumulating. Long-term prospects are good. But I would say a better bet would be Balkrishna Industries or a JK Tyre.
As a take coming on tire space, but on that note, we'll slip into a break on this edition of Buy Now, Sell Now. Hang in there, Kunal as well as Rajesh. We will be back with more viewer queries, and viewers, please don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this break.
Ebix Cash हर खुशी के लिए काफी है।
देखो 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 नया टीवी देखो। Got the veggies from Chotu's shop? He gives the right rate.
Yes, Papa.
Decided. 55-inch TV on this wall.
Oh, super. I'll write out the check tomorrow.
No, you don't. I will, with my own money.
Oh, wow. How come?
Look at this advertisement. 30% assured returns on investment. I am also going to invest my money.
So vegetables only from Chotu's shop, but investment advice from anyone? Papa, trusting a stranger's advice is never wise.
But what about the TV?
सोच कर समझ कर इन्वेस्ट कर।
ये तो मेरी बात सुनती नहीं। Thank God Amstrad तो सुनता है। Put on the AC.
पेश है एम स्टॉक बाय मिरे एसेट। एक बार ₹999 की अकाउंट ओपनिंग फी दें और करें ट्रेडिंग एंड इन्वेस्टिंग बिना किसी ब्रोकरेज के।
Investments in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.
ये क्या? ये गुड नाइट गोल्ड फ्लैश है। फ्लैश मोड में फ्लैश वेपन्स, पुलिस की तरह कोने कोने छुपे डाकू मच्छर ढूंढ के थपाक थपाक 30 मिनट बाद नॉर्मल मोड में ऑटोमेटिकली हर 4 घंटे फ्लैश वेपर्स फिर निकल के थपाक थपाक। गुड नाइट गोल्ड फ्लैश।
फंड नहीं है तो ICICI डायरेक्ट का बाय नाउ पे लेटर ऑप्शन क्यों नहीं ट्राई करते? अपॉर्चुनिटी दिखे तो स्टॉक्स खरीदो, मार्जिन फंडिंग करके बाद में वापस कर देना।
करो तो ICICI डायरेक्ट करो। Investments in securities markets are subject to market risk. Read all the documents carefully before investing.
Imagine a place where you can finally be free. Free to Zoom without a meeting request. Free to enjoy savory bites and stunning sights. It's time to break free. Plan your future getaway with Norwegian Cruise Line. Sail safe, feel free.
LIC's proposed public issue has reservation of shares for policyholders. Resident individual policyholders having one or more policies of the corporation as on February 13th, 2022 and bid or offer opening date are eligible. You must also have a demat account.
Go to your common service center
Or open your demat account with a registered NSDL or CDSL depository participant. Be prepared.
A vision becomes a milestone when it helps make our lives richer with love and laughter. When it helps make a cleaner, smarter, and a more beautiful planet. So that you can set off on joyous new journeys and adventures. Opening up vistas and windows to a vibrant new world. A vision becomes a milestone when it touches millions of lives. Aditya Birla Group. Big in your life.
Realize your dreams with Canara Bank. At low and attractive interest rate. Reach us at your convenience. Canara Bank. Together we can.
I'm India's top telecom company's youngest vice president.
I'm in India's top IT company. Just launched a mega IPO today, actually.
Oh, really? So you both work for me?
On Upstocks, invest in the top companies and make them work for you.
Investment in the securities market are subject to market risk. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.
अबे डॉलर ऊपर गया वो देख। डॉलर पे लगाओ। ये डब्बा मेरा है।
और तुम?
मैं ऐसे नहीं मिलता, कमाना पड़ता है।
फिट है बॉस।
डॉलर बिग बॉस, फिट है बॉस।
Ebix Cash हर खुशी के लिए काफी है।
Welcome back. You're watching Buy Now, Sell Now on ET Now, and we will get you the viewer queries as well. But yes, let's address this ET Now exclusive story, and this is with regards to government's divestment roadmap. My colleague Meghna is here to tell us which other companies from the fertilizer pack are on the government's list this time around. Meghna, what are you picking up from your sources with regards to government's divestment roadmap, especially with regards to fertilizer companies?
Yes, that's right. Now we already know that the OFS in two fertilizer PSUs, RCF and NFL, was already approved by the cabinet long time back. We do know that DIPAM aims to sell 10% stake in RCF and 20% in NFL to raise approximately rupees 1200 crore. Now what the sources are telling us, the road shows for both the OFS is currently ongoing. Now what the sources are saying that DIPAM is absolutely ready to roll out the OFS in these two fertilizer PSUs, and as soon as the markets are a little up, they will roll out at a very short notice. We already know that the fertilizer prices globally are a little up, which is in a way helping the fertilizer PSU stocks. So it is a good time to roll out these two OFS in the fertilizer PSUs. Now apart from these two OFS, DIPAM has a pipeline of some small companies that it does want to roll out as soon as possible. One is that it wants to exit Paradeep Phosphate, in which the government owns 19% stake. It will roll out the OFS anytime soon, and it aims to get approximately 800 crore from this. Apart from these, there are two IPOs that the government is planning in Wapcos and National Seeds Corporation. So they are planning to sell approximately 25% stake in each, and it will happen. The IPOs of both of these, the DRHP will be filed in the current quarter itself. Apart from this, the financial bids for HLL and PDIL, they are aiming to call in the second quarter. The EOIs for both of these have already been received. Along with this, the EOIs for IMPL sale, in which it wants to sell 100% of its stake, it will be called in this in the next month in May. So this is what the pipeline for IPOs and OFS for DIPAM looks like in the short term. The two OFS in fertilizer PSUs are the big ones to watch out for.
Meghna, thank you so much for that, and that is surely we are keeping an eye out on that one. We'll keep you more updated with that. But let's quickly go back to the query segment. And, Kunal, I'm going to come back to you first. Radhi actually wants to know that can they buy Sangam India at the current price for a 6-month period, or do you suggest any other names or any companies over there?
I would suggest that if you're looking to buy, you can look to buy at current levels. From a trading play, which means a time frame of 3 to 6 months, which you are eyeing, I believe you can buy at current levels and keep the second tranche of buying, or maybe average out if the stock dips closer to 325, 330 levels.
Vivek, and this one is for you, Rajesh. He's saying fundamentally, can he look to buy Camlin Fine and Windless Biotech at current market price for the longer term? He's saying that he can hold it for the next 2 years. Do you think it makes sense to buy right now?
Yes, of course, the company has been doing very well. Products are in demand, and if you have a time horizon of 2 years, I think a decent return is acceptable.
Kunal, coming to you, we have Jaswant Reddy who wants to know what would be this week's Nifty 50 prediction?
Difficult to say that. I believe we should probably be getting into a range 17,200 plus or minus 200 points is where I believe that the index should probably try and trade along this week. So 17,000, 17,400 could be a broader range for the index over the very, very near term.
Priyanka, and she wants a medium-term view on Zydus Life. She has 200 shares purchased at 402 rupees per share. She is actually sitting on a loss as of today. What should she do, Rajesh?
Continue holding to the stock. The company is very good. The products are good. It's just a matter of time when you recover your losses and come into decent profits. For a medium to long-term horizon, yes, it's a hold.
Okay, Kunal, I'm going to come to you. We have Rishikesh who wants to know that should they be holding Lakshmi Organics or sell? They have taken, they bought them at around 426 rupees and they have 300 shares that they're holding.
So I believe Lakshmi Organics is a stock which I don't track, Vinny, so won't be able to offer any comment on it.
One is from Vijay from Chennai, and this one is for you, Kunal. He has ICICI Bank 760 call option, December 21. What should he do?
December 21, you said?
That's what he's written here, yeah.
Okay. I think there could be a slight mismatch, but I think if you're talking of 760 call option for ICICI Bank for the current expiry, then I believe it's a good option to hold on. The stock is already in the money, which means the stock is already above the 760 strike for the viewer. So I believe you can continue to hold on. Maybe keep a trading stop loss of 760 on the spot levels for ICICI Bank and continue to ride the trend on the upside.
Okay, Rajesh, I'm going to come to you now. We have a query from Achal who is asking about ONGC. She's bought it at around 160 rupees. Should they hold them with a long-term view?
Of course, it's a hold not only because of its domestic or international set, but because of the fact that crude is boiling like anything, and with no respite in the Russia-Ukraine scenario, I think this is going to take some long period of time to pull off. So one can definitely hold on to the stock. Even the dividend is good.
Tricky one for you. This one is coming in from Manas, and he's saying he has 1,000 shares of Wipro, which he's purchased at a price of 645 rupees per share. He's asking, is there any scope for it to get past 700 rupees per share in the next 1 year? Kunal, for
well,
you.
I believe Yeah, so well, I think at current levels it's a good price where you can look to average out. Now, I doubt that many of these large cap IT names they could probably get into a strong recovery mode anytime soon. But purely in terms of price points, these stocks have come back to a very attractive price zone for themselves. So I would suggest that if you're looking to average, current price could be a good level where you can look to average stocks like Wipro.
Okay, and now it's time we start our rapid fire segment. So Rajesh, I'm going to start it with you first, and we have Sapna who's asking your view on Deepak Fertilizer. Should she be buying at current levels?
Of course, it's a buy. It's a very good. Expansion is good. One can go ahead and buy.
Okay, this one's from Neha. This one's for you. Kunal, Zenza Tech purchased at 369 rupees per share. Should she remain investor or look to invest or shift somewhere else? And if so, then which one?
I would suggest to remain invested.
Rajesh, Rishikesh Y wants to know, can they buy Adani Power at this point, or should they be waiting for some time?
Valuations are quite stretched, although it's running circuit to circuit, but the bet is quite risky. So if you can take a risk, go ahead. Otherwise, I would say avoid.
Okay, this one's from KB Rao from Hyderabad. Penna Industries shares purchased at 40.36 rupees per share 2 months ago. Should KB Rao hold or sell, Kunal?
Just to hold on.
Rajesh, Andhra Sugar, at current market price, buy or sell? We have a query from Srinivasan from Chennai.
Buy. It has two plays, one sugar and caustic. Both are doing very well. Buy.
Okay, this one is from N. Chandrasekharan, Quest Corp, 700 shares purchased at an average price of 850 rupees per share. Wants to know whether can hold for the next 6 months, what sort of a target should he keep, and can he average right now as well?
Well, I would suggest to average at current levels, and if you can bring your cost price down to 750, then you can look out for targets of 800 to 850 for the next 6 months.
Kunal, one more for you. You have a query coming in from Sagar on the technical front for Apollo hospitals. What should they be looking at in terms of the near term? Could they be reaching the 5,200, 5,500 levels?
Yeah, I think I'd give it a call on Apollo Hospital in the morning as well. Looks attractive. 5,200 would be a possible target for this.
Okay, this one is for you, Rajesh, from Mr. SBS Manian. HDFC Bank for the long term, can you bought right now?
By long term, I would say if you have a very long term, that's almost 18 to 24 months horizon, then yes, it's a good buy. But for short term, I would say wait for some more correction, maybe 150 more correction is quite possible.
Okay, and with that, we are absolutely out of time for the query segment, but we will be taking more queries tomorrow. Thank you so much, Kunal and Rajesh, as always, for giving your views. But with that, we are absolutely out of time on this edition of Buy Now, Sell Now on ET Now. Thank you so much from myself, as well as Cheryl and the team who put this show together.
Ebix Cash हर खुशी के लिए काफी है।